Hi everyone, welcome to today's 5-minute Friday. Something you can do in the garden, or as in this case, in the house, that's nice and easy to do. And today we're going to be propagating this Monstera. This is Monstera Adansonii. And just before we hit record, we went through how to pronounce that. So if I've pronounced it very slightly wrong, I apologise, but I think you know what I mean. Now, before we get onto propagation, let's talk about the plant a little bit. It's a fantastic house plant. It's got holes in these leaves. These are natural. We haven't had a slug attack. It's quite a traditional house plant, and it's fantastic looking. It's very structural. But there is a plant that looks very, very similar, which is Monstera as well, but it's obliqua. Now that is super, super, super rare. Now you'll be able to buy it online, but you won't be able to buy it online. I'll explain what I mean. So this plant here, Adansonii, is often sold as obliqua. Obliqua is super, super rare. Some of the Monstera experts say there is only about 15 to 20 recorded sightings of obliqua. So don't be fooled into paying a lot of money for obliqua unless you definitely know it is it. The chances are you're buying this, but this is a fantastic plant anyway, and it's going to be easier to look after. There's also Monstera deliosa, which has slits all the way to the end, often known as Swiss cheese plant. But this Adansonii, we're going to propagate this. We can get some free plants. You know, I like a little bit of free plants, and I like a bit of propagation. So it's super easy to do. What I've got is the plant, and I've got this jar. It doesn't have to be a jar like this. It's a kilner jar. It could be, I've actually done propagations in old, you know, you get those curry sauces. I've done propagation, washed those out, taken the thing off, and you can put water in that. It's just bog standard tap water, nothing special about it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this plant, which puts out aerial roots. You can see them just there. I'm going to cut it, and that's where we're going to get the new roots from. We're going to root it in here and then transfer it to some compost later. So because I want to neaten up this plant, I'm going to cut this whole stem off here, just like that. And you can see there's little dumpy bits of aerial roots coming on this. So what I'm going to do is put it in the compost, and you want to find a good aerial root, and you want to cut couple of inches, which is about 5 centimeters below one of those. And then I'm going to take this off so it gets into the jar. Just simply pull off the leaf. Simple as that. Now it's going to root in the water. It can take a little bit of time. What you want to do is put this in a bright situation, but not direct sunlight. They don't like direct sunlight at all. So make sure it's a bright, so depending where you are in the country, that could be a north-facing window that gets a fair bit of light or something like that. But a bright situation, but not direct sunlight. It doesn't like the sun sort of beating down on it. Now I'll take more than one cutting, so let's take another one. Always like to double our chances at the very least. Let's grab another one back here. And what it does as well is neatens up this plant, almost gives it a new lease of life. And again, stick it in the water. Simple as that. I think it actually looks quite nice like that anyway. It'll take a little bit of time to start rooting out. When it does, the roots really will fill this water. Very occasionally, you'll get a bit of algae growing in something like this. All you have to do is just hold onto the plant, empty out the water, put fresh water in. Simple as that. Once it's started rooting out, we put it in fresh compost, and away you go. You've got a free plant. Either give it away or add it to your collection. Thanks for watching. Any questions at all, just ask away.